Welcome to my Q&A video. I can't remember if I've done any Q&A videos before, but if not, it's time to start now. Okay, so I'm really excited because there have been a lot of questions that have been asked lately, and I find myself giving the same response, right? Frequently asked questions, whether it be on an Instagram caption, in a comment, on a YouTube video. I'm just gonna add that one and throw that one in there. Hopefully I remember by the end, fitness modeling. But I'm just excited to be able to give these answers in like one whole video, and then this hopefully will inspire more Q&A videos. If you have any other questions about life, fitness, lifestyle, you want my advice, nutrition, business, mentoring, photography, whatever you think that I do and you have a question for me, please write them in. Comment them below, okay? And in the description below, anything that I reference today, I will link and provide for you there. So let's get to it. I feel like this is Ask Ashley.
That's me.
Okay. So what motivates you is the first one from Friendbox CEO. That's a very, very broad question. For fitness, it's seeing things that I don't want to end up happening to me, and I really want to live a happy, healthy life. And there are some people in my life who I see like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. And I also see the opposite of like, I hope that that doesn't happen to me, or I don't act that way, or I don't behave that way, or I don't, oops, there's the mic. Or I want to be able to just live a life with a really good quality of life. So that's my why ultimately, is that motivates me to continue to stay strong. And on those days where I don't work out, sometimes I don't work out, but if I have something in me, I'll do it, because I know if I create that excuse and I let myself get away with it one time, then it'll be easier in the future to let myself get away with it over and over and over again until that becomes a habit and a pattern, and then that's kind of like my personality and my lifestyle. So you got to break that habit, break that pattern early on. All right, next one. What do you recommend for core strength and flexibility in your late 30s? From Lee Levig Jr. All right, well, perfect you're asking me. I recommend you train like a gymnast in your late 30s. It's the perfect time to feel like yourself again, get back into it and have that purpose and have a reason to be doing it. Know why you're training instead of just my parent put me in this and I'm doing this because I'm on a team, whatever, right? So in Train Like a Gymnast, we've got core workouts, we've got flexibility workouts, we've got beginner program, 28-day challenge. We've got every month there will be a challenge and a chance to win a pair of Vivo Barefoot shoes. We've got balance work, we've got pistol squats, we've got handstands coming soon, a personal development program. There are so many things that you can do to work on your core strength and your flexibility in there. So if you go down to the link in the description, trainlikeagymnastapp.com, that's how you can sign up. It's $1 for your first month and then $14.99 a month after that. But then, if you want to upgrade to the annual, which is $99.99 for the year, it's only like $8 a month or something like that. So I'll link to that as well, because it's hard to get there. Or you can do the $1 a month for the trial, and then after that, upgrade. So you have a couple of different options, but I hope you get in there and try it out and do what you can. All right, if your belly is constantly bloated and it prevents your abs from showing, what should you do? That's from someone who remains anonymous. So if your stomach is not having the definition that you want, it could be, and bloating could be related to your diet. So I would recommend taking a look into food sensitivities and doing like a food allergy test, whether you use like an Everlywell thing or you use your doctor, but start there, okay? See what happens, and if there's something, like for me, it was like wheat, soy, chicken. I'm not cutting out chicken. Egg whites, or yeah, it was like the egg yolk, but the white wasn't as bad. I can't remember, but it was like egg, so I haven't really had that. Try eliminating that from your diet for a little bit and seeing how that goes, just temporarily, and see if that's a cause of the bloating. If not, and nothing changes, then maybe it's your hydration, maybe it's your sleep, maybe it is your stress level. It can totally depend on so many different factors if it's not just physically. So please don't just work your core and think that you can spot train and reduce the fat there because you're training your core. Your body's gonna lose fat the way it wants to. So a lot of times the belly fat, that stubborn fat, is related to other things surrounding your lifestyle in general. So take a look at all those different areas of your life and see what you can do to make them better, because as those get out of whack, your cortisol levels rise, your stress hormone, And then that tells your body, oh, retain fat because we're in like stress survival mode, okay? We need to hold on to this because we may need it. So find ways that you can de-stress. There's also a mindfulness and a meditation section in the TLAG app to help you with that. Okay, how do you make it look so easy? Entrepreneurship, creativity, business, fitness, life, personal stuff, dilemmas, Zara's personal assistant, LA traffic, while always staying positive and constantly communicating with 60,000+ followers, from Ray-Ban RC. Okay, first of all, I am not always positive. I wish I was, but it can get overwhelming at times, and sometimes it turns into burnout, and I need to create space. Like for myself this week, it's a pretty light week, and I'm a little anxious about it, but I know that I need that space. I know that I need a break, and I will appreciate it, and it allows me to be creative and also have time for things like this, where I can actually edit and put stuff up for you instead of just go, go, go all the time. But I enjoy it. Like, yes, I do a lot of things. Just, I like doing that. I feel like I would go crazy if I didn't have a purpose or something to do. Favorite movie, show, and book? From Aiden. She asked these next two questions. I don't really watch that much TV, but Friends is my go-to show. And then movie, I love Moana. I don't know, I relate to her in some way. And I could watch it and I could sing it all the time. But Back to the Future, the entire series, is my favorite movie series. And then favorite book, that goes in phases because I read a lot. So most recently I finished Welcome Home by Nejwa Zabayan. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But it was really, really good. I love personal development and self-help books, but also up there is Four Agreements, The Untethered Soul, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and different kinds of books like that. Like those really get me, and they're so good. All right, and then she also asked which 3 fictional characters could be combined to represent you. Okay, so I would say probably Moana. I don't know, I'm not Hawaiian or Pacific Islander, but I just related to her a lot, and I love her, and I just feel like her. And there's also a lack of like a love interest in it too, and it feels like she's her best self when she's just doing her. And then mixed with a little Eliza Thornberry, probably, because I feel like I can talk to Zara and she understands me and I understand her, and I'm like an animal whisperer, so a little Eliza Thornberry, and then probably Monica from Friends. So I like things the way they're supposed to be. She has that messy closet, so sometimes my living space will reflect my mental state, so sometimes it can get a little messy, but then I can't stand it anymore and I clean it up. Okay. What's the #1 important thing to do when starting a new business? From Sean C. Lives. All right. #1 important thing to do when starting a new business is know your demographic. Okay? Know your demographic. You need to know so much about them. You need to know what their problems are. You need to know what they struggle with so that you can create a product or a service to help them fix their problems. Okay? People will pay to have their problem solved. So don't think that you're going to go into business because you have the best idea ever and everyone's going to love it. No, you have to have proof. You need to know that, oh, somebody is looking for this. I'm going to create that solution and offer it. So for Train Like a Gymnast, I know my demographic, and I know because it's also me. It's people who used to be in gymnastics, didn't get to the level that they wanted, right? But they still love the sport and they want to stay in shape. They don't want to have to go to the gym. They don't want to run, but they want to do what they love. They want to feel like themselves again and have fun moving. And their problem is that a lot of gyms don't offer adult classes, or they don't want to be seen as weird just doing cartwheels in the park. Also, why is that a stigma? Whatever. And then they either can't afford gymnastics, or they don't have a lot of equipment, or they live in an apartment, they don't have a lot of space. There's so many problems that they have that Train Like a Gymnast offers the solution to. You can work out with this much space, okay? You don't need a lot of equipment. You're working body weight. If you do want equipment and you do need a spot, then come to one of our one-day workshops or one of our retreats to have that hands-on experience. So there's so many problems that we solve by existing. So know your demographic and know their problems. All right, favorite nutrition books and resources from Sarah Jess. I don't really read nutrition books for like fun, but I am Precision Nutrition Level 1 certified. So they actually have a lot of really good resources for trainers, but also for people themselves, because what they offer is very sustainable. It's very sustainable and very holistic. So while it's not like a meal plan or you need to eat this, they educate you about nutrition and your needs and how everything is, it kind of depends. And then the sustainable stuff that they offer is like if you're eating out, This is how your plate should look, what you want, instead of calorie counting, which is just short term, and all of those kinds of things. So look into precision nutrition. Can gymnastics coaches afford SoCal's cost of living? From James Ryan Cancino. Well, there are gymnastics coaches here in Southern California, so I would assume so. Or they have a roommate, or they have a spouse, or they do multiple things, like multiple gigs. They part-time gymnastics coach, they part-time are a waiter, they part-time have their own side hustle. So if you're trying to figure out how to do what you love profitably and make a living and not be struggling, you can also mentor with me, and I can help you figure out stuff you can do on the side, because just trading your time for money, that's limited. That's limiting. You're not going to be able to be financially free if you're just doing that, because there are only 24 hours in a day. But if you can figure out other ways to still do gymnastics coaching but make money on the side, that's your ticket. All right, how much time a day does Train Like a Gymnast require? I'm an ex-gymnast and love the idea, but already have ballet-inspired fitness classes 5 times a week. Cheryl Lee. Okay, so the original Train Like a Gymnast back in like 2018-19 was $200 a month. We had 3 to 4 times a week workouts in the app, different app, but still an app. And it involved cardio, and all the girls would have to check in every single Friday about their week. What went good, what went bad, blah, blah, blah. They also had to track their food, and we also had a weekly roundtable call every Wednesday night. So it was a very, very intensive process. It was a very involved process, took a lot of time, right? The workouts were like 45 minutes to an hour every single time, but it worked. A lot of people lost 20 pounds, kept it off, changed their lifestyle, learned so much, developed on a personal level. It was incredible to watch. Like, I might cry thinking about it again. But that isn't the only way that Train Like a Gymnast can be a part of your life. So while we do have like structured beginner programs, 28-day challenge in there, we've got like longer form programs, we also have quick follow along things that you can fit in. Like if you're doing 5 ballet inspired classes a week, maybe it's just one time you want to work on balance. Here you want to work on core because something was off, or you want to cross train with this, you want to do cardio, or you want to learn a pistol squat to help with some acro skill, whatever it may be. We've got in there 60-second to 15-minute workouts. We've got full-length classes like 25 to 35 minutes in there. There's, like I said before at the beginning, flexibility, core, balance, upper body, lower body, full body, pistol squat, handstands. There's going to be a pole section soon. So like, there's so much. Just get in there. Just get in there. Like, why are you waiting? Okay, sorry. I'll calm down. Nobody's looking. Okay, so next. What bra do I recommend for high-intensity workouts? From almost every female iFit member. So I wear SheFit under every single thing iFit puts me in, because I literally cannot run unless I have a SheFit bra underneath, because, well, I have run in the past and other things, but it hurts and I can't last as long and it's just like uncomfortable. So the SheFit bra, I'm actually wearing it under this. It's got 3 clasps, okay? And it's got a zipper, and then it's got Velcro on the straps, and then it's got a Velcro on the band. So I am strapped in, I am compressed, I am covered when I'm doing my running. So I absolutely love SheFit for high impact, high intensity workouts. And I'm not paid to say that, so like, I'm waiting. But if anybody knows, I know they have an ambassador program. Like, I am the best ambassador, but also, yeah, maybe I should. Well, I don't know, because then as model, we'll get to the fitness modeling later, but like as a model, it's hard to be like an ambassador for things, because then if like Nike wanted to hire me and I'm working with SheFit, then they could pass because I'm working with SheFit. So it's like, I want to promote it, but also in like smaller scale stuff. Anywho, back to the questions. Can you offer advice on what exercises might help me lift and firm my bust area? I lost weight, and even though I've been training, my chest got a bit saggy. Also prefers to remain anonymous. Okay, girl, I feel you. When I turned 26, like my boobs were like, peace out, and they just like dropped. And like they're like, we did our job. I don't know why. I'm 29 now, and I feel you, but you're fighting gravity and you're fighting biology. So it's pretty tough there. Like, skin does get stretched out, it loses its elasticity. Gravity is like, come hither, right? So what we've got to do is kind of do a hack, right? So we accentuate other parts of your body to help the appearance, right? We improve your posture by training your back and your lats, right? So if you build your back and your lats bigger and stronger, your body will naturally do this, right? It's going to create that like V shape, that taper, that hourglass figure that a lot of women want, right? So if you build up your shoulders, right, your chest, which will help with the lift. It'll fill in a little bit of the sagging area if you can put muscle there, right? It's not going to take away boobs entirely, but you have chest, shoulders, back, lats. Lats are part of your back, right? So really working on accentuating that waist so you can bring the attention to the waist, and it helps to lift or improve the appearance of your ladies. That's upside down. All right. I love your iFit classes, and I have completed several times your classes in the library. I was hoping they would upload your new classes. I feel like you are taping a lot, but there are not many new classes. Is there something I need to do to upload them? From Jackie. Okay. I feel like so many people have been asking this, okay? So you're not the only one, and you may have heard that at the end of 2021, iFit laid off a lot of people. They moved iFit Live to Florida. They took away live evening classes. They took away live Saturday classes. This is all temporary, and hopefully it comes back. But with that and all the layoffs, I'm assuming, I don't know entirely, that some of those people were editors. So while they're already kind of backed up because live exploded last year, I'm sure they're even more backed up with every single live class, treadmill and bike, and foreign language. So I think it's just gonna take a little while for those workouts to get in the app. Also, the iFit app is different on each platform. So I think there's an iFit app for iPad, for iPhone, and like the smart TVs like Apple TV and stuff like that. So take a look. I would recommend looking on different devices and see if there's any new class on the iFit app on the phone compared to the iPad or the TV or whatever, or your actual piece of equipment. So take a look there, see if there's anything new. But I did just film something at the beginning of January with iFit for On Demand that should be coming out in the next few months. So keep an eye out there. I'm so excited for that one. And hopefully there's more of that to come. Please keep letting iFit know that you want to see more of me and you want me there, whether it's live or on demand. So don't think it's anything you're doing. It's just business, and with everything COVID, right? There's supply chain demands, but also here, there's just other stuff going on in the background, even that I'm not aware of. So patience. And in the meantime, hop on over to Train Like a Gymnast if you want to work on your strength and stuff, right? Okay, and then, because this is not on the list, but I remembered in the beginning, the fitness modeling question. People have been asking me how to get into fitness modeling, right? So while I do have a playlist for fitness modeling on my YouTube, and it teaches you in depth, like how to get started, what you need to do, what you need to think about, shoot. You need to shoot, get comfortable in front of the camera, speaking, as well as doing, as well as posing, as well as knowing your angles. So just get comfortable shooting. Shoot with as many people as you can. iPhone, regular camera, just get that experience. Then from there, what you gotta do is also do a movement reel. So clients don't want just a pretty face and then you show up on set and you can't work out for 8 hours. Like, they need to see that you can actually move and you move well. So any sport that you can do proficiently, please film it and put it in a movement reel, because they want to see that. They want to see you in motion. They want to see what you would be like to work with. With photos, try to be versatile. If your hair can be straight and curly, shoot with both styles, okay? You don't need to get too experimental with like face makeup and everything, especially in fitness modeling. That's more like high fashion, but with fitness modeling, they want a clean slate. They want to see what they're working with. They want to see what they can do with you. So while you can shoot yourself video and photo doing all these different sports and doing all of your, your best skills and your lifestyle, your commercial vibe, your serious, moody, whatever it is, just give variety. Then by the time you've done all of that, you're probably in shape a lot more and you're able to do your digitals, okay? And your digitals are just against like a plain white wall, simple clothing, whatever the submissions are asking for. Then from there, you can start to submit to different agencies, but you gotta do your homework. You gotta know if that agency is actually booking work for their clients on the roster, and take a look at their roster and see if there's anybody who looks like you who can do what you do, all right? Because if there is someone who looks like you and can do what you can do, then maybe that's not the agency you want to submit for, because they already have a you person to submit. You want to go to an agency where you can fill that void, and maybe they get like a casting notice and they don't have any talent that they can submit to that project. So they potentially miss out on making money because they don't have someone like you. So know that you are also interviewing them, okay? Go in with confidence, because you are an asset to them, just like you're looking for representation. So do your research, find where you can kind of plug in and fill those empty spaces on agencies' rosters. Figure out how other models have done it, figure out reviews, who likes working with who, and who those models typically end up working for, who their clients are, and who they have established relationships with. But more on that to come. If you guys have any other questions for me, whether it's about fitness modeling, lifestyle, relationships, advice, fitness, nutrition, iFit, all that fun stuff, then just please comment below, and hopefully I'll get to do a part 2 because this will spark some inspiration and more curiosity. I like doing these. I like to tell you more about me. If you have any other further questions, just check the description box for anything that I mentioned, like the Train Like a Gymnast app, the SheFit Bra. I'll go through and obviously figure out, and I can probably link to the other fitness modeling videos as well. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? You need to subscribe because I'm not consistent with my videos quite yet. So please, please, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notifications when I actually do post new videos so you don't miss it, okay? And then also if you're on Instagram, follow me. I basically live there and in my stories, and that's where you can get a lot of the like really fast information, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for part 2, hopefully.